What's up, guys? We're gonna do another wild stain, a prototype stain, if you will. This is a T-style body that I built. I still get questions, do you build these? Yes, I built this. This is a Corinna back and a top from Kimball Hardwoods. He's got the best hardwood quilted maple on the internet. And we're gonna do a butterfly effect today. And as part of this, I'm also gonna be selling the mirrored top to this body. So I made this, I had an extra top of the same wood, and what we're gonna do is stain this with a butterfly effect, and we're going to sell this on eBay. So this is listed on eBay in the description below. All my auctions start at a penny. We're gonna start with Angelus black leather dye, gonna stain the whole body, quilted maple top from Kimball, limba back. I've had this limba for almost 15 years. We're down to my private stock. What we're gonna do is drop a real thick coat of black on this, and then from there we're going to sand it off and sort of follow the quilt and do like a rainbow effect. This may work, this may not. This is one of those experimental finishes that I've done. I did the sunset fade on this guitar body. That turned out awesome. And we're gonna try something new here. So I've got Angelus leather dyes. You can purchase the dyes in the link below. You can get the 3-ounce bottles. It'll do 5 or 6 guitar bodies. Got a clean cut up t-shirt. I shook up the black. I use the big bottles because I do a lot of these stain videos. We're gonna soak this in. We're gonna stain this. You may have noticed just slightly the line in the center. I used hide glue to join these plates, and I'm not sure I like using hide glue for the center seam. We'll see what that looks like once we sand out some of this black. So we'll put 2 real thick coats on, and then we're gonna sand a majority of it off, and then we're gonna come back and play with some colors. So that's 2 thick coats on the top. What you'll see when you sand to 320, this was sanded to 320, is that the wood will sit, or the stain will sit on the wood and kind of pull like it is right there. That's fine. So 2 really nice coats. What we'll do is speed up the video and stain the sides and the back. But 2 coats does it all. And limba takes stain really well, really any stain. And I'll leave this, I don't know if I'll mirror it. I haven't figured that out yet. But most likely we'll just leave it. Really nice grain on this wood. And this will really soak into the end grain here. Alright, so that's 2 coats on the back, maybe 3 on the top. And even when I make these bodies, there's a couple scratches I need to take care of on the back. I sand down to 320. Sometimes I catch everything, sometimes I don't. So what we'll do is we'll let this dry for 24 hours, and then we'll come back and sand where some of the scratches are. I think the top is fine. It's just the back right here and right there. That's no big deal. I don't think we'll actually match the top to the back. This is really pretty. But let this dry, don't force dry it, and we'll come back and do butterfly, right? Alright, so we got the black in, sanded it out, found a couple more scratches than I would like. On the back specifically, this Corinna is soft. So here is the original picture that I was sent saying, wow, I could replicate that. And I'm going to do purple, darker blue, lighter blue. I don't know, this is one of those experimentations. I don't think it's going to go wrong because this actually kind of looks like it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the lighter colors first, which is turquoise. And we're going to shade the bottom here like so. And I gotta tell you, that's outstanding. Wow. So that's turquoise. You can see how much black I picked up. We're then going to start with light blue on the outer edge. These dyes were all shook up before. So I'm thinking this light blue is going to be too dark. So we'll start in the middle, kind of pull it down. And I didn't get enough dye, so I've got a mess. There we go. It's darker than I want, but that's all right. And I guess we'll take this all the way up here. Now we'll come back with a little bit of purple. This was a blue rag from the last video. We'll just add a little bit amount. Purple, like I said before, always, it's just too much dye. And it needs a little bit of finessing. So a little bit of purple goes a long way. So we'll come back with some blue, rub it in. I guess we'll drag just a little bit of this down. Alright, now we're going to come back with the turquoise and wash this again. You can see what's happening as I'm pulling down a little bit more of the blue. Let's see, kind of went crazy on the color scheme with the turquoise. So what's happening is I am washing out the purple, which is what I wanted. I'm bringing it down just a little bit. Taking a little bit of that purple out. Now we're gonna wash orange. I guess it's like a purple orange up top. Again, all shook up. This is a yellow orange rag from the rainbow. Trying not to get too much blue on it. Looks pretty good. So if I don't like this orange, I can sand it out. I don't like it at all. Yeah, it's turning to green up here, which is not what I wanted. I think what I'll do is I'll end up putting the light blue back up here and do like a purple-ish fade. So what I'll do is come back over with blue. Just don't like that. Turn it more a little bit yellow. Now it's like a teal, so when I sand this out, it'll come out fine. Oh, maybe we leave that. Oh, let's get some turquoise up there. This is the experimentation. Who knows how it's gonna look sometimes. It's definitely not doing what I want it to do, so we're gonna stop. I think I want to bring the purple and blue just a little bit further down, so that would mean just doing this. And then we'll get another rag, clean rag, some turquoise, and we'll just fade this in a little more. Trick is to sort of pull down the colors ever so slightly. You can see how sort of dark green, messy this top turned out. Really don't like that. So we'll have to sand the top. We'll bring the colors down once more. Kind of want it darker up here. So it's way messy, sort of by design. I really think I gotta take the blue further down. That's more or less what I'm looking for. That way I can make this really light. It's like a fade, and then when I come back up, I can go really light on the edge. It's close, it's not bad. The orange was a total disaster. If I was playing with paints, maybe, but not. So we'll let this dry 24 hours, something along those lines, and then we'll sand this and then add the final colors. We're really close. I see it in my head because I'll lighten this up a little bit. Alright, we're back. We sanded out the orange. That was a failure. We're going to come back and just add a little bit of blue going down, and then we're going to add turquoise on the top. I'm hoping that pulls it out. We'll start with the turquoise on the top. That's sort of the butterfly effect. There's still too much orange in it, but we might leave it because it's then just slightly different. So we'll bring that turquoise down, and there's a lot of color in the top, so before I add color going back down, I want to use what I've got in here. That purple is so dark that I'm worried about it. See, as soon as I hit that darker color, it activates it again. You can see how much darker I pull up. So what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna take a little neutral and a little turquoise, and I would just want to hit this lightly. Even that turquoise is a little bit too much, so we dab this in neutral, and then we're going to dab the turquoise onto the neutral. That'll dilute it just enough. Still picks up some of that black. We're going to add a little bit more. Alright, so we're now going to do the same trick with blue and add a little bit more blue. Blue onto a diluted neutral. So just want to add some of this blue going up. Give it a little bit more wings vibe. That's close. I don't really want to add purple, but I kind of have to. I just got to add a little bit. Let's just take the old purple rag and add neutral to it. This will reinvigorate the colors. Just do something like that, because I don't really want to rub it in. There's a lot more blue in that. Come back with, I guess, a clean rag. Just see what I did. And we'll take an old turquoise and just rub this in. A little bit more neutral. See, now that just wiped it all out. So we'll go back and add that back. Carry those colors down. Still feel like I got to add some purple on the side. Feels like it just needs, it's like a little bit like this. A little bit down here. Come back with that turquoise rag and let's wash this with turquoise on the sides. I'm getting lost in this a little bit. I added just a little bit of purple. There's too much blue in this. That's kind of like the line I want to follow. Kind of like that look. I just got to figure out how to clean that up. But I really like the purple coming down. I kind of want to take the purple down a little more. Like so. Alright, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to leave it because I know I'm going to get myself in trouble. All I'm going to do is take a clean rag with neutral and I'm going to try and wash out this orange a little bit better up here. It's really not a good look. So I'm trying to follow like some sort of a line. And it's definitely pulled off some of the orange. What I may have to do is I may have to actually turn this into like a purple fade if I can't get this to look right. If I come back with some blue, see my issues here. The blue cleaned it up, so I'll probably have to do more blue than turquoise. So if I come back with the purple and do the purple here in the middle, and then it goes to blue, like so, that might be it. So it's like a soft X right here. Like that. Still a little bit of orange, but now I've got a ton of dye and liquid into this. I'm really close. I feel it. Just a light sanding and back with blue, that might do it, because I do like the purple. I think I got the purple. And once I use some steel wool, that will get there too. So we're gonna leave it. Getting complicated. So don't add orange, because I sanded it out and I'm still not 100% happy, and if I take a more aggressive grit, I'm going to sand down more, and I don't want to do that. So I sanded it off as best as I could. We're just going to go back with blue, the light blue. It's not going to work the way I want it to. I already know that. Don't add orange. Alright, so here's light blue. A little bit of purple in this rag. Even I make mistakes. Don't anyone mention the parrot fade. I fixed that one. Now that looks blue. Did not add a ton of blue to this. I added a little bit. That's pretty good. Let's do a little turquoise on the edges. Maybe that'll wash over the blue a little bit more. It'll look a little bit more like the bottom. Honestly, the bottom is just slightly muddy. A little bit right there. I think when I use the steel wool trick, I'll get it out. There we go. Oh, that's really good. A little bit of orange right there, but I am not touching it. Gonna come back with some purple and some clear. Gonna just drag that up slightly and feel the purple on here. Actually, there's more blue on this. So let's actually add some purple. Just tad splatty as I'm adding. It's too much color in the top, obviously. But this is that butterfly look. I said I wanted to carry it down. I'm just gonna do that. Alright. Turquoise on a blue rag. There we go. Carry that purple up. Now I'm getting the colors that I want. So I have purple coming down. Struggling a little bit to see. I think I need a little purple right here. Okay. I really like it. I think it really turned out. I'm struggling because the purple goes in so deep and dark. I'm struggling with it. I kind of want to add some blue right here. And all of you are screaming at me. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take neutral. This was my cleanest rag. A little more neutral. I just want to bring the blue just down a little, like so. So just pull that purple down ever so slightly. That is really close. One clean right there. There's a hard line. There's a little bit of a hard line here. Now I'm getting OCD. I'm really happy with it. I really am. I'm gonna come back with the steel wool, let this dry, and it's gonna pop. This should come out really close. Steel wool should do it. All right, here's the butterfly burst with 3 coats of velvet oil on here. I gotta tell you, I am so impressed with my own work. No, I really think this is a way unique finish where you have this sort of motion of a stain on a guitar. It really fits well, so thank you, Gary, for that inspiration. Blue works. I'm assuming brown, red, yellow will look okay as well. Obviously the piece of wood helps, but this might be my favorite. I may even keep this myself. I don't know. I really like how unique this is. It's really cool. Didn't have great coloring on the back. I wet sanded a little bit with 600 and it pulled just a little bit of the finish off in a couple spots. No big deal, just me noticing because it's mine. But no, really an outstanding looking finish. I don't know if it'll be captured fully in the pictures, but this looks great. So just another stain video, and finally came up with something really unique. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.